So I'm just talking about, the whole Brady Arians thing is it's natural. Everybody gets the bag. Everybody gets their money. You've been in locker rooms like that. When you get the big contract, it's easier to leave work a little early, is it not?
2011, we got labeled the Dream Team by my man Vince Young. I love him to death, but man, we all got paid. I got paid. Asamoah got paid. Vince got a little money. Everybody got $1, an extra $1. And, we started out 0-4 or maybe 1-4 to my recollection. But, it's easy to get complacent, man. Like you say, you get that bag, you get that money, and, it's all other type of distractions. Like you could easily be in practice and thinking about your house in South Beach. For real. Like it's the real thing. So, I get where they're going. I understand, Bruce Arians taking, right now is the time to be honest with the guys and be hard on them, because it's so easy to get sidetracked with what, you've been given and all the splendor that's in front of you.
It's interesting. Josh Allen didn't go to a powerhouse high school. He didn't go to a powerhouse college football program, and he struggled his first year in the NFL. And I was saying, listen, there are quarterbacks like Peyton Manning who have a dad that played in the NFL, great high school, great college, and they should be better early. And then there's the Josh Allens, and I look at him and I think, well, hell, where did he come from? And a lot of times, Mike, these quarterbacks go to a bad organization, a city that's impatient, or they never get the great coordinator. And so Josh Allen, to me, had he gone to Jacksonville, he could be a mess right now. He'd just be a talented kid who can't get it right. Go back to your NFL career and the value of a strong support system.
I mean, it's everything, especially for a quarterback. And when expectations are high, year one and year two, because we set high expectations ourselves as quarterbacks. So we can't exceed those expectations if we don't have the proper, players around us. And, I was at a football camp, the University of South Carolina, speaking, with the guys yesterday. And, as we went through practice and I was just out there talking to some of the guys, I realized that the most important part to an offense is the offensive line. If you don't have an offensive line, if you're not clicking on all cylinders in that regard, then the quarterback is going to fail severely, and you're not going to have a chance to even attempt to win games. So, while the supporting cast is probably the most important, you have these guys who are drafted high, super talented, uber talented, but if they don't get the pieces around them, they just don't succeed. It's just the nature of the business on all levels, high school, college, and pro.
Zack Wilson did not look good this weekend. I think he looks small. He looks small. Yeah. And there's a little Manziel there. He's small. He's a little cocky. Comes from some money. And I think, man, this is a hard place. Johnny went to Cleveland. Zach's going to the Jets. Not great ownership situations. But that's just a scrimmage, so I don't want to overreact to it. Yeah. What will you see, Michael? What will you see with Zack Wilson? And you will go, okay, this ain't good. Will there be a warning sign for you?
Well, what I read in the scrimmage about the scrimmage didn't surprise me. He's young, and you can have jitters in that first scrimmage. It's probably one of your toughest practices that you're going to have, especially against the defense that you practice against every day and see the things that you are doing every day on a consistent basis. You're not really set up for success. I judge Zack Wilson come preseason. I have a better assessment of where he can potentially go, after the preseason going into the regular season. And I think he should be a week one starter. It's not the ideal place for a first-round quarterback to get off to a bad start. Even Mark Sanchez, our own colleague Mark Sanchez, got off to a good start, which helped him, in the latter years. It's important, to start fresh and get the crowd engaged and get the city engaged and, have some amazing moments early, for Zack Wilson to have success, I think.
Finally, when Russell Wilson came out, and he's been very vocal this offseason. He Duane Brown right now is holding out. He's going to practice, but he hasn't practiced yet. Now, he's a veteran left tackle. Duane's fine. He'll be fine. He's top 5 left tackle in football. Russell's we got to take care of him. And Now, you were a guy like Russell that doesn't have to have the perfect offensive line because you can run around. But there are players on that offense that Aaron Rodgers, Brady with Gronk, Russell Wilson, that they makes them feel more comfortable upstairs in their head. Did you have a guy that you were just like, it mattered, like it, regardless of position, like you felt comfortable coming out of the huddle with blank guy?
Jason Peters, when I was in Philadelphia, and he wasn't even on my blind side. You know, he was a left tackle, but he was a guy that I knew, regardless of what, the best defensive end, the best defensive player line up in front of him, he going to take care of him. And not only that, you know, he was a leader amongst the guys. You know, when Kelsey was young and Lane Johnson was young, you know, Jason was a guy who they could lean on. Jason was the unsung hero in that room and the reason that the Philadelphia Eagles was able to thrive for a couple years, even after I left, and still to this day. So, you know, I needed Jason Peters. You know, you need that tackle left or right to protect you. And it's just the comfort level that those guys give you, not just by blocking the best defensive end, but throughout the week when you're sharing stories and you're talking and you asking him how he going to game plan for this guy. You see that he's super confident and know that he's going to take care of the guy in front of him, which could be the best defensive player. Jason Peters was that guy for me. So I understand, you know, what Duane Brown means to Russell Wilson.
What'd you do this offseason, buddy? Where'd you go? What'd you play some? Did you work on your 7-iron, or what did you do?
You know what? I'm about to get around there today. Been traveling, left the university, went to the University of South Carolina yesterday and visited with Shane Beamer. He's doing a great job out there, you know, building culture with those guys and now in the SEC. So they're hanging out, spending some time around the game of football, and that's what I love to do, Colin. Always good to enlighten myself on what's going on, new defenses, new systems. Just staying abreast of what's going on in the game of football.
All right, Michael. You look great. Great seeing you. Can't wait to see you again, buddy.
Can't wait to see you.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.